There it goes. Hello, everybody. Today is April 27th, 2018. It's my day 1.350. And I had a thought while I was in the tub. I'm back to dilating in the tub. I really have kind of got a good system down now. So I'm dilating and I'm having results. I feel very tired, and I guess that's where I'm coming from for this video. Um, and I had a thought kind of as I was getting out of the tub and making my way and, looking at the clock, going, okay, in an hour, be back here. Um, but, pardon me, my neighbor's doing their lawn work. I kind of had a thought that, it's not always going to be like this. It's not always going to be like this. One can hope that as we build up the stamina, you know, that it's not always going to be, I hope, just so very draining and painful for it's one of those things. It's painful for It reminds me of what I imagine it would be like if you took your car cigarette lighter, and we can hope that eventually there will be no cigarette lighters in cars. But the old round hot coil, that's kind of what it reminds me of. It's circular coil, and I feel like when I get to the really tight point, and I'm forcing, gently forcing the dilator, up into the canal, whatnot, vagina. That's what it feels like as I'm doing it. It's like, and I'm holding it there and relaxing and, trying to get my muscles to relax or whatnot. But that's kind of what it feels like. And like I said, after my last session, I kind of climbed out of the tub and I'm like, okay, be back here in an hour. Um, we can hope that the pain will get less and less, but the process will get less and less. I'm dilating 5 times a day now, and I forget how many weeks or months after my surgery I can switch to 3 times a day. But again, it's one of those things. It's not always gonna be so all-encompassing. And that's the way I felt the last couple of days. It's been, by the time I get my daughter off to school and I come home and I make sure I'm in the right mood. I made sure I take ibuprofen when I first get up so it has time to get in my system and work. It takes up your whole day. And, and not to complain about it, but it does. And then, like, the mood that I'm in right now is the way I am for the rest of the day, where it's like I'm tired, but I haven't done anything like huge, like cut the grass or anything. I'm just mentally drained and emotionally drained and whatnot. That doesn't sound good, does it? I think that's their hedge trimmers. Could be compressed air, I don't know. But anyway, neither here nor there. But like I said, it's the days of dominating my day are numbered, and so that's kind of what's making me go on. And my daughter yesterday kind of made fun of me because every time I sat down, I winced. Dinner last night, I sat down, I was like, oh God. And it's that feeling of, uh, 2 weeks ago it was the stitches. You'd sit on the stitches and you'd wince. And now it's like I spend a good portion of my day trying to wedge something open and something in it. And then the latter half of the day, you're compressing that and squishing down on it, and so it's very confusing. I'm sure physiologically, but the sensations are just very different. And I can only imagine what it's like to be raped or something and have that happen to you against your will, that opening and penetration and whatnot. It's very, very, yeah, we don't have to imagine it being terrible. It is terrible. But like I said, I think just the days are numbered. I hope. Um, today's the first day that I could pee, for example. That is a plus. It's the first day I like sat down on the toilet and peed, and it went in the toilet. It didn't go everywhere. So I can tell that I'm healing. So like I said, I think again the days are numbered. I go back to work in less than 2 weeks now, and yeah, I'm still recovering. Like you can tell, I'm not a ball of energy right now. So anyway, like I said, I had the thought as I was walking. I was like, these days, it isn't always going to be like this. It isn't. I hope it isn't always going to be where dilation just takes up the whole. It seems like it takes up the whole day. I hope that's the way that it is. I have a feeling that's the way it's going to be. It's going to have to be. I mean, like I said, I go back to work in less than 2 weeks. I can't do this 2 weeks from now. You know what I mean? So, that said, I hope that everything is cool with you in your neck of the woods. I'm not sure if I want to tie this into the story or not. But it's on my mind, so I guess I should too. A friend of mine got into an unpleasant situation at a music thing yesterday, and it was a live band performing, and apparently they'd made fun of her, and it kind of has saddened me that, for many reasons, but for her most of all, the feeling of, perhaps ostracizing and being made fun of. That's no fun. It's not nice and everything, but, it amazes me somewhat that here we are in 2018 and some group of people would get off on publicly humiliating someone else. It's very childish, and I feel most for my friend, but also for us as a subset, as a minority, that, how easy is it to make fun of us? And if anything, among what perhaps someone could take away from my channel is this is a painful process. And I don't just mean dilation, but I mean, obviously, all of the mental scars that we have, all of the invisible injuries we have, particularly when before we even transition and we're dealing with it, we've had to compensate some of our feelings and whatnot in this false self, this fake male corpse that's walking around, and all of the pain, and like I said, the hidden scars, our hidden malformities and everything, our psychological wounds and everything, people don't see. And then we go through this process and we transition and we do the psychological therapy, and you'll use me as an example. My life has been, not complaining, but my life has been wrecked, for lack of a better word. No complaining, for 5 weeks as my body heals, 4 weeks as my body heals, and to go through all of that, and in synthesis, and let's assume we project a month in the future, and I'm walking around, and hey, I'm an articulated person, and I go for a cheeseburger at a place I used to like to go to, and while I'm there, someone makes fun of me, and a group of people join in and kind of chase me out of the restaurant. You know, after all the shit that I've endured, um, would I go back there? Maybe not. You know, definitely talk to the management, but again, you know, that's our lives, and thank goodness for the majority of it, we're okay. And definitely, people can be assholes. I mean, there's. They used to say there's a rotten apple in every barrel or every bushel or whatnot. And, you know, people suck. Mean people suck, but I mean, it's a fact of life, and you know, we can hope that as time goes on that becomes less and less. But I was listening to NPR this morning, and there was a interview with a scholar over in Hungary, and he, as an experiment, had made up a name for a group of people, immigrants, and he circulated, you know, we'll call them popcorn. I don't know, popcorns. We'll call them popcorns. And there was this group of immigrants, popcorns, and you know, people heard about, you know, they were quick, the surveys that he had done about, you know, people, what do you think about these immigrants, these popcorns that are coming into our country and taking our jobs? And you know, people who had never heard of this other minority, because of course they're made up, but they don't know that, you know, went into this whole xenophobic, you know, blaming, you know, and I guess what I'm reaching for is, and it might be quite a reach, is it's in our nature to project our own insecurities on something else because we don't want to face up to it. And so it's in our nature, human nature, not the best of nature, but you know, to make fun of a minority, to, you know what I mean? And it's not right. I'm not saying it's right, but it's an observation, and I guess me being aware of it makes me, you know, makes me more aware of what I say and what I do. And maybe that's the silver lining to it is, you know, we can become better people and maybe lead by example. You know, that's, we can hope. So on that note, my friends, I will say goodbye. It is almost time for me to go dilate again. It's the last dilation of the day, which is nice because I get to treat myself to a very nice hot shower and a very nice douche. I got a kit from Walgreens that's it's a medicine bag, a rubber bag, like a heated water bottle, hooked up to a little hose and a spigot and a little thing like a sprinkler. And it's nothing sexual about it, but I must say, I do enjoy. It's like a bidet, you know, for your backside, for your butt. It's nice to know that everything is clean from the inside out. And not to gross you out, but as for a matter of the blog, I am still discharging materials. Okay, the human body, as it was explained to me, tissues and whatnot. The human body recycles, and so some of the penile tissue, again, not to be gross, not graphic, just as a matter of information, some of the penile tissue that's was left over from the balloon animal process, you know, we're twisting this and we're going to make a vagina, and you know, yes, the surgeon can take a knife and cut it off. Well, we don't know what the body needs as it heals. May need a little extra, you know. So I believe that's why they left some extra on there. And yeah, it looks a little gross. It looks a little Frankenstein-y, but the body knows what it needs to do. And I noticed that too when I stand up now. The labia, I look like shit, don't I? I'm gaining weight too, by the way. My cheeks are poofy because I'm gaining fat again. But I noticed that when I stand up now, the labia they close, right. This one's a little bit kooky, but that is nice, and that's what you want. And if it wasn't for the pain, I would probably try on a swimsuit just to see how it looks. But I can wait on that. Nowhere to go. There's nobody at my door to take me swimming, so. All right, my friends, on that note, I do need to get up, and I am now I know I am procrastinating because I don't want to get in that tub again. So I will end the video here. Wish you all good luck in your journey. If someone was to ask me, is it worth it, GCS, I would say it depends on the person. I know I won't say I've enjoyed it, but I do see the potential there. I do see, like I said, there will come a day when I roll out of bed and I don't hurt. There will come a day when I don't sit down on a seat and hurt. That is coming on the horizon, and I am looking forward to it. Every day, as you might guess, is a little bit better. So, all right, my friends, that is it for today. I wish you all good luck in your journey where you are. Best of luck in becoming your authentic self as you define it. And until next time, bye-bye. Good luck.